Ladies and gentlemen, this is the podcast this holiday season that jingles your bells and decks your halls.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Time of Possession podcast episode. The boys are back. Ryan Jones, Jared Hickman, and Tyler Van Dyke. Big episode tonight, boys. We have a lot to discuss regarding the NFL, some big games, and as we move forward through the weeks, each game matters more and more for playoff implications. And boy, did we get a lot of games that really freaking mattered this weekend. Also, some big signings in Major League Baseball. I know you both are very happy with a certain signing. We'll talk about it at some point. And then the Colts signed a geriatric patient to play quarterback for them. Somebody who is already eligible for the Hall of Fame. He's literally on Hall of Fame ballots.
Bro, yeah. I saw Pat McAfee talking about that, and I was like, "That's crazy. He's gonna have to be held like off the Hall of Fame ballot just because, like, that's wild."
And let's be real, he probably wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer anyways. He probably wouldn't have made the first ballot at least. He's gonna get in at some point.
That is so crazy, bro. I also saw a crazy post where it says he has a son older than Tyler Warren. That's wild. That's wild.
He's a grandpa.
Man. That's crazy. He's an unc. Yeah, he's old, man. Sheesh.
To be fair, he's been their most successful quarterback since Luck retired.
True.
Yes. Got him to the playoffs. Also, they lost that game, but they got to the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess we can just quickly talk about it because it's not like a huge thing before we get into the real action.
A little wild.
I think that it's incredibly reckless and stupid if the Colts. I don't know. Have you guys seen the Colts' remaining schedule of the defenses they play?
I have.
It is the Seahawks.
Talk about this week. It's the Seahawks.
It's the Seahawks. God. I think it's the Niners, the Jaguars, and the Texans.
They're screwed. That's 4 top 10 defenses.
They're 4 very good defenses. Even the Jaguars are a good defense this year.
Jaguars are a top 10 defense. Yeah.
Yeah. So to throw
at least fantasy.
Real, maybe you should have called Cam Newton or something.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, dude, there are a lot of other options and guys out there that are actually in game shape and are actually kind of young and hungry to have a chance.
Freaking call Joe Flacco and tell him to demand a release if he's not going to play this season.
Straight up. I mean, we saw he still had it.
I don't know. I was going through the list of free agent QBs in the NFL
Trey Lance. Ask him to leave the Chargers or something.
No, not yet. No.
Is Carson Wentz on a roster right now?
The Vikings, but he's out for the season.
Is he still on Minnesota?
What about Jimmy G?
Oh yeah, he's out.
Jimmy G signed right now?
Rams, right?
Yeah, he's on the Rams. Yeah,
is he on the Rams? I'm just trying to figure out I don't know. Taylor Heineke is available. He's had success
things,
a little bit. I don't know. I'm just saying
who else is really thinking about it?
I think it's incredibly reckless if he starts against the Seattle Seahawks. And I know that he's your guy, Jared. But he's not really your guy anymore. He is a fossil of the guy that you once loved. So that's kind of
I mean, he was that with the Colts too.
I mean he had an 11-5 record his last season. Guys, the last time Phillip Rivers played football, he went 11-5 with the Colts. That was the year Tom Brady won his final Super Bowl in Tampa Bay.
It's crazy.
That's a long freaking time ago, man.
Bro,
we've had an entire
COVID. Just think about that, COVID season, bro. It's crazy.
We've had an entire dynasty start and end, thankfully, during that time period. And that's where I would like to start tonight. And then after, Jared, we'll talk about your Chargers.
F the Chiefs.
I think the Chiefs dynasty is dead. probably.
It's looking like it.
So we need some things to happen still for it to be officially official. But one of the things happened. We needed the Chargers to win one of their next 2 games, either against the Eagles or the Chiefs, and they did that last night. So I guess this can kind of be like one whole holistic conversation about Chiefs and Texans and Eagles Chargers. The Texans beat up on these guys, and the Chiefs got desperate, and Andy Reid made a stupid decision on 4th down, and Travis Kelce is washed, and he is unfocused, and he is dropping balls into defenders' picks, and also Mahomes is not making good decisions.
That's
I'm going to tell you right now.
First time I feel like we've ever seen. You always are like thinking, oh, Mahomes is going to come back. Mahomes is going to find a way. They're going to find a way, And it's the first time where, no, they're not going to find a way. And even though Chris Collinsworth was like, this game isn't over, blah, 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 like, glazing him and everything, like, no, bro, like, it actually was over, and he wasn't coming back, and he was making bad and they're a great defense. I mean, Houston's really, really good.
He was mid-glazed when he was
probably the best. They're the best defense.
He was mid-glazed when throwing.
They're the best defense in the NFL. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to put into words, like watching the Chiefs this season, and how bad it's been. Because we are so used to, like you said, Tyler, we've had back-to-back years of this dominance and comebacks and 1-score wins. And then you go and look at it. You go and look at their past 3 games. Their past 3 games have been gotta-have-it games. And they had to have it against... It kind of started all with the Bills game, right? They had to have it against the Bills, they lost. Had to have it against my Broncos, and they lost. They had to have it against the Colts. They actually won that game. That was kind of the start of the Colts' downward spiral. We kind of already talked about them. They had to have it on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. The only time I've ever rooted for the Cowboys. I don't know about you guys. And then they had to have it against the Texans. They need a lot of help to get in the playoffs. And thankfully, because of...
That was definitely the only time I've rooted for the Cowboys, yeah.
Yeah. And thankfully, because of the 9-4 LA Chargers and their... How many turnovers did they cause? 4 or 5?
5.
I don't know what
5.
5 technically, because one of them 2 in one play, right?
That was crazy. He became the first quarterback ever to turn it over twice in the same play.
And despite the fact Saquon looked like his old self, and A.J. Brown got 100 yards receiving, despite the fact that the Chargers had a one-handed quarterback, they found a way to win. As many Jim Harbaugh teams do, they grind it out. And the Eagles are in a free fall. And the Chargers now are 9-4, and they just have to win one more game out of the next 4 to eliminate the Chiefs, essentially.
I'd prefer it be Sunday. It'd be so satisfying.
It would be great if it was Sunday.
That'd be awesome.
I have a clip ready. I have a clip ready for if we beat them on Sunday.
Jared, how did you feel watching last night? I know you were frustrated at times. I know that. Give me your take, and then I will tell you what I thought a little bit more.
Well, I missed the opening drive because I was at work. I was off at 5:30, so I just saw we were up 7-0. I get back, and I just missed the interception, fumble play. But I just heard Joe Buck when I was in the hallway, like, yeah, we're gonna take you back, just because this play was weird, and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, huh? Watching it because I'm like, how does this just happen? But
it's crazy.
Considering how our good friend Sebastian and I's teams have been playing this year, that sums up both our seasons right there. Taking advantage, fumbling it away, but then getting a second chance and fumbling it again. It's like, at this point, I was like, who wants to lose this game more? That's what I was thinking.
It's
just
funny because like
kind
how
of
you
happened.
guys.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm
No,
just.
go ahead.
So
Me or you?
obviously,
Oh,
obviously,
I thought you were talking to Jared. Go ahead, Jared. Sorry.
It was nice having Hampton back, getting the touchdown, the one touchdown we had. It was just frustrating, the game plan once again Greg Roman was coming up with, because it was just bad. I know he's one-handed and whatnot, but a lot of our run plays after the first quarter was like, it looked good. Why? Because we were holding, and it was like, we can't move the ball, and we have to try throwing, but if we try throwing, Justin's gonna get murdered, which he did. Like, there was a play, he escaped it, and he ran for like 10 plus yards. Like, they rushed 5. I swear, Kamani Vidal somehow ended up becoming the center, and Bradley Bozeman's on his ass, like, out of the pile, and Justin escapes it. And I'm like, this is what he has to deal with. So, regardless if we make the playoffs or not, I hope the first pick in the draft, if we don't find it in free agency, is a goddamn center. Because I cannot watch another season of Bradley Bozeman.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have to get a lot of linemen. Just.
Oh,
based
I don't
off
care. If the
injury
entire
issues, for
draft
sure.
is linemen, I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Man, we've really come full circle.
I was just gonna say that the Joe Alt.
Because
Ryan was like Joe Alt. Jared's like no.
I was like,
well, because it was Malik Neighbors.
Because
it was Malik Neighbors.
That's true.
It's
yeah.
not like
that would have changed a lot. But Lad, I mean,
because I didn't know about Lad until I did research. I went, oh, okay. But then, yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of, when he was making throws and he kept throwing to where Cooper DeJean was, I was like, what are you doing? Why are you throwing to where that white boy is? He's gonna... Stop.
He got away with a few PIs, honestly, after a couple plays I saw for sure. But,
yeah, there was one like Lad drop too late in the game.
Yeah.
I remember. Lad probably could have caught it. I mean, it would have been a really good catch, really good throw, type of thing. But you got to make that play. 60 of Herbert's yards of his 139 came on that long
Vidal reception
from Vidal, who had led them in receiving, by the way. But I gotta say, if you look at the stat line of Justin Herbert, 12 for 26, 139, a touchdown and a pick. He also led the team in rushing with 66 yards, right?
That's all you need to know.
He was not good, because I think he was hampered by the hand plus the fact that he's playing one of the best defenses in the NFL. But I came away very impressed with. I thought he played way better than his stat line suggested.
Yeah.
Which is why you actually have to watch the freaking games.
Yeah,
and
not be some
100%.
box score analyst. Yeah, like most
some
of
of his
idiots
runs
are.
kept him in that game. Some of his runs
100%.
gave
He's
him
clutch,
a
man.
chance. Yeah, like the way he's been running this year, Jared, is something we have not really seen from him because of the O-line issues, obviously. But at the same time, like he's making those plays and he's taking it upon himself. Hey, I got to do this. I got to make this happen for us. We're going to stay in this game. We're going to find a way. He's been the leading rush. He was the leading rusher on the team, I believe, like coming into the game. I'm pretty sure they said.
Which leading the team in rushing, I think, was Vidal. I think he was like on the season.
Or he's second then, yeah. Which is that's just wild.
But yeah, like he hasn't ran a lot because I feel like the offensive coordinators that he's had have not allowed him to. They're like, we don't want you to run unless absolutely necessary. And he's choosing to go when he's stiff-arming dudes with a broken hand. He's built different.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's had it in him. He just hasn't been able to have that chance. And now I think they're finally letting him have that chance, which is risky at the same time. He's running a lot, getting hit sometimes. And most of the time he's running out of bounds. I mean, he's doing a good job of escaping.
Yeah. There was one that really just frustrated me. We got the second interception, and then immediately the next play, we fumble it. Only time I really got like heated, frustrated, because it was like, really, guys, like you do this every time.
That was happening all game.
It was like
ridiculous.
Bozeman, like you could see Dean comes up to the line right before the snap, getting ready to rush, and Bozeman's like, nah, I ain't gonna take him. And it's up to Hampton to block, and he gets blown up, and Nakobe Dean strips him. I'm like, I hate Bradley Bozeman. Because why do you think Hampton? Do you think Hampton's gonna freaking block this linebacker who's blitzing like at full speed? No, it was just. We won the game too. Obviously, defense helped, and Cameron Dicker is like the best kicker in football. But like, arguably, then I'll just say arguably because I know Brandon
Aubrey exists.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Aubrey.
Jake Elliott missing that field goal before the half was
wild.
Yes,
Huge.
and it was big.
Because he doesn't miss those.
Yeah, and we would have, and it was like there was like there's no wind. It's like perfect conditions, and he just misses it, and it was just like, okay, that's huge because now it's still 10-6 instead of 10-9. So, I'll say when Barkley scored the touchdown, I thought it was over because they finally broke through, and it was like, oh shit, here they come, here comes the Eagles offense. And I thought, too, when they were driving down the field more in the second half, it was like they were going to A.J. Brown and whatnot. I was like, dude, we're just getting carved up now. It's like they're going to... And I thought A.J. Brown caught a touchdown at the end, and I was like, there it is. Like, there it is. And no. I think it was Cam Hart got the ball out of his hand, and I went, all right. I was not expecting a tipped pass interception that would tie the game for us, and I'm like, okay.
There was a lot of those. Yeah. I think we kind of buried the lead a little bit with the Jalen Hurts thing. I'm tired. I'm kind of done, guys. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna go back to being Mr. Hot Take Artist, even though they're not hot takes. I'm just correct. I'm done with the whole Jalen Hurts is top 10. Respect Jalen Hurts stuff.
Hey, you said it before too. I mean, it's not like it's anything new.
I had him rated fairly high in my rankings to start the season. And I just think I can name at least 10 quarterbacks that I'd rather have over him. And I'm going to start listing them, and I want you to tell me if you disagree. I'm just going to go, I have a list of every team. I'm going to go through it. I'd rather have Lamar Jackson. I'd rather have Josh Allen. I'd rather have Joe Burrow. I'd rather have Dak Prescott. I'd rather have Patrick Mahomes. I'd rather have Jared Goff. I'd rather have Jordan Love. I'd rather have Matthew Stafford. I'd rather have Justin Herbert, obviously. I'd rather have Drake May at this point. I'd probably rather have Sam Darnold if I'm being real.
I was going to say I'd throw in Sam Darnold.
I'd rather have Caleb Williams at this point. I'm going to be real.
Jones?
The way he's been playing?
I'd rather take the potential of Caleb Williams. I'd rather have Baker Mayfield. I'd rather have Jaden Daniels. And I'm not even going to say Bo Nix. But judging of how they've played this year, I'm not in on Jalen Hurts anymore. It cannot be every single time. He threw the ball 40 times in this game, by the way, which is kind of alarming. It can't be every single time your team asks you to throw a lot, your team automatically loses. That can't be your thing. That has happened every single level of his playing career. That's why he was benched in a national championship game. And then Tua comes in, who is a better passer than him. You know, we crap on Tua all the time. And Tua lights it up in a national championship game, right? So
for them.
Yep. So I'm done with the whole respect Hurts top 5, top 10 stuff. He might be right there on the outside looking in of the top 10. A lot of quarterbacks have won Super Bowls that weren't top 10 quarterbacks. Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Peyton Manning at the ripe age of 57 won a Super Bowl.
Eli.
You know what I mean?
I would say Eli's top 10.
I don't know. Was Eli Manning a top 10 quarterback? I don't know.
It's a debate
that's
for another day.
That's a whole other discussion for another day. But my point is, you guys get my point. I'm kind of done.
No, I agree with you.
I'm kind of done with the whole.
I mean, we've seen it throughout the whole season. His decision making has been really bad this year compared to other years. Sure, they won the Super Bowl mainly because Saquon last year. Let's be real. I mean, and their defense was elite. but I mean, he played better last year, I think, definitely than this year. And there's a lot of games where they could have lost, and there's games they did lose because of him this year. So yeah, I don't know, just the decision making, and he's not a great passer, like really. I mean,
what I learned from this game is that when it comes to Eagles Rams, the Eagles win because they have the air advantage. But when it's Chargers Eagles, lightning can zap the bird in the air at like any given point, and it's like, you know, it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
Dude's doing the animal reference.
Yeah, we are not animals. We are an act of God, and just bang.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
all right.
And
if that's the case, you should be undefeated. If we're gonna go that route, I think the Giants would be undefeated, or maybe the Titans. I think
the Titans. Yeah, the Titans would kill everybody.
If we go through all the mascots. Yeah, I mean,
dude,
the Titans
the
or
Vikings,
the Giants.
Titans, Giants. That would be a hell of a battle.
Yeah.
So there, some other stuff in the game that went on. I will say, yeah, there were some decisions with Justin that he made that I didn't like. Obviously, I said like kind of running into defenders, and he'd choose to like run like a little late when he had an open window to run. And it's like, dude, you had your chance to run, and now it's a sack or a tackle for loss. There was, I think this one led to a field goal, but he's throwing to Kamani Vidal down the sideline when Ladd's like right there for the first down. He would have just been tackled right as he catches the ball, but like it would have been a first down. So I'm like, I get you're trying to go deep for the kill shot, but like that's Vidal running that route. It's a running back. It's not like it's Trey Harris or Keenan, you know. And you know, there was a bad throw to
Trey Harris had a big catch in this game.
Yes, he did. Right? Yeah, I know he hasn't had that much of a season, but next year, I think will be his breakout. But she's shown some stuff. And then obviously, I'm gonna before the last interception to end the game, that neutral zone infraction on Owe, he didn't come across, dude. I don't. That was just a bad call in my opinion. Like, yeah, he jumped, but he didn't jump across. Like, he just kind of flinched, and I was just like, really, dude? Like, because I thought that was, like, when that penalty happened, my Chargers brain, as my friend texted me, like, dude, when that happened, like, my brain was, like, wired to, like, all right, we're going to lose, that's it. And I was like, same. Like, we're just, when that crap happens, we're used to losing right at that point. When it's a fourth down, and we commit a stupid penalty, offsides, illegal contact, defensive holding, pass interference, roughing the passer, whatnot. It's like that crap happens when it could have won the game. We usually lose, and we didn't because it's our ball, which is like, okay. But I was like, I mean, I didn't like having the ball first in overtime, but as long as we scored, I knew what the defense had to do. Getting the field goal, I was like, okay, we just can't allow a touchdown. We can't. So, and what sucked was the TV was ahead in the living room, and my mom was watching the game. So I heard her cheering, and I went, something happened. So then I went, oh, yep, there it is. Okay, we win. Yay. So I kind of got spoiled on the ending there. I was like, okay, we win right here then.
Yeah.
So, but I do love when Tony Jefferson intercepted the ball. Deion Henley immediately tackles him to the ground. Like, get down right now. The game is over. Yeah. Do not fumble this crap. Yeah. But for the elitists out there that care about QB wins, Hurts' top 5 is 0-2 against Herbert. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's for the elitists out there that care about quarterback wins, and Herbert is 0-2 against Mr. Top 5 Jalen Hurts.
Well, you said Herbert's 0-2?
Hurts is 0-2.
2-0?
Hurts is 0-2 against Herbert.
Hurts is, yeah.
He's beaten him in LA and in Philly, in both places.
Damn.
So I was kind of happy we also won that game, because now it means we're not going to go 0-4 against the NFC East. But after winning that game and seeing the wins we have, I'm like, man, How the hell did we lose to the Giants and the Commanders? And especially just, I know we're not going to talk about the game at all. Jaden Daniels scored 0 points against the Vikings. Yeah, that
he got hurt. He did get hurt. Halfway. He got hurt in the game. So.
Jason McCarthy actually had a good game.
Yeah, but who cares? We're not going to talk about that.
Who cares? Like,
I'm
sure Jared just was mad seeing that. Yeah.
Because it's like, really, we couldn't beat either of these two teams. Like, really. Like, I know the Giants beat the Eagles, too.
Like we've said a couple times in the past, though, it's like, when y'all played the Giants, they were on that high. They were on that.
Well, that's when they started.
Dart, going crazy.
That's when they started the high.
So, yeah, exactly.
And plus, that's when we lost Alt the first time, and it was like, the hell are we going to do against Brian Burns?
Not too long after that, they took Ryan's Broncos to the freaking OT. I mean,
we got
lucky. Crazy. So, not OT. You guys barely, pulled it out.
Yeah.
So, we have the Chiefs next, and nothing would make me sweeter. Like, just nothing would make it sweeter. I know it's a 10 a.m. game, which sucks, and we've not been great at that. But seeing Chiefs eliminated because of the Chargers, I can't wait for First Take that Monday. I love seeing Nick Wright coming in on a stretcher. I know that man is in hell. His Chiefs are stumbling, and my team is just finding ways to win. He's in hell. And I'm back to the Chiefs-Texans thing. If the Chiefs O-line is so bad, or if Mahomes is so great, I don't want to hear how bad the injuries and the O-line is. Pulling a Kevin Wildes from what he said about Herbert.
I agree with you on that point about the offensive line. I think that we crap on a lot of quarterbacks for their situation. Mm-hmm. And then we praise other quarterbacks and are like, if they were in this situation, they'd be good. Patrick Mahomes is finally in a hard situation, and he is not succeeding. Mm-hmm. So when we hear stuff about Joe Burrow's offensive line, and we hear about Justin Herbert's offensive line, or how the Bills aren't doing enough to support Josh Allen, I just want to keep that in mind when we talk about the other quarterbacks that we try to that are in that upper echelon, that upper class. We need to keep that same energy. All the quarterback wins, folks. That Texans-Chiefs games, that's on Patrick Mahomes. That's on Travis Kelce. That's on Andy Reid. The only one of the big people there that showed up to play was Chris Jones. He's the only main character that showed up to play in that game.
And he's going to freaking terrorize my team next week. I just know that.
Probably. But the great thing is,
because he's gonna be the
great thing is, all you have to
up.
do is score like 17 and you'll win.
True.
Nah, with my team, it's going to be a thriller. It's not just going to be 17. All right, we got this. No, it's going to be a thriller.
I'd enjoy watching that, but I hope not.
But yeah, to say I was just like, we won last night. It's like it was an ugly game because it was one touchdown each, and then it was just a field goal fest, and all it really took was one missed field goal from Elliott, and that was the difference in the game.
It was just a turnover fest, man. It was like every time you looked, there was a pick or a fumble, or it was just like it was rough.
Yeah,
but you won a tough game, a hard fought game.
I've
said at times.
I said when I've been at my lowest that we're going 9-8. Well, now 9-8 is not the lowest point unless something catastrophic happens. 10-7 is now the lowest we can go because we're going to win one more.
10-7 gets you in the postseason and it eliminates Kansas City. Yeah. So let's pray for 10-7.
Yeah. What sucks with the Chiefs doing good is the good thing is they probably won't be in the playoffs. The bad news is come April, they'll have a higher pick than they normally would. That's the bad news.
I don't really care. I don't care right now. I just want them to lose, and I want them. I want 6-10. That's what I want. Or 6-11.
All right, I do. Before we get into the other games, this is one thing. Speaking of the playoffs, because I know we're close. This is going to be like a year in the playoffs where we're probably not going to have, most likely, Lamar Jackson unless they win the North, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes. Those three are not going to be
pretty
in it.
crazy.
I'm just going to say
it's
this.
Definitely going to be a different look this year.
No, this is where I'm going with this. Josh Allen and the Bills.
This is it.
This is it. Your best
this is
chance.
your year. You have your only chance and best chance for sure.
Because
that's
if you
a perfect transition.
If you lose to a Drake May, a Trevor Lawrence, a
Bo
Nix, I'm going to say this, unless Josh Allen goes down with like an injury early in the game, Sean McDermott might get canned if they do not get to the Super Bowl.
He absolutely should. No. We're not going to do that. He absolutely should get canned if the Buffalo Bills don't reach the Super Bowl.
Because their boogeyman is not in it. Their boogeyman's not going to be there. And their other boogeyman was Joe Burrow one time, and he's definitely not going to be there. You've already beaten Lamar, but still, it's the Ravens, and those two are in shootouts all the time. They're not going to be there. Your biggest threat right now, you could say, is the Patriots, because it's their division rival.
Yeah. No, they're a sleeper, man. For real.
I have a take on the Patriots.
All right, we'll hear it in a second. You can say the Broncos. You could say the Broncos.
Totally.
I mean, I would say my team, but I need to see them win a playoff game first before I say we're a threat. So, I mean, if we're in, I'll see. But trying to think of the other teams that are there. I still don't believe.
Texans just defensively, honestly.
Yeah, they've already beaten the Bills this year.
If CJ Stroud and the offense can play well in the playoffs, that defense is scary.
And then I don't know about the Jags yet because I know that
they're so hot and cold.
They are. It's just they're too inconsistent.
The Jags can't put together 3 straight really good games.
Yeah,
they can't do it in a postseason run. They just can't do it right now. If Trevor Lawrence reached his highest potential, maybe. But even then, the best we've seen of Trevor Lawrence was 3 years ago. And I hate to bring up that year, Jared, but that's the highest potential he's reached. And they lost immediately the next. They're not going to do that. I don't trust the Patriots in this AFC because they can't run the football.
Yet you can't.
They can't run the football.
Okay.
I don't trust them yet. Maybe next year. But they can't run the football, and you have to be able to run the football.
You say the Broncos are the biggest threat to the.
I don't trust. I don't.
What we're saying is that AFC is really a toss-up unless the Bills.
So really, the Bills are the for sure because they have the most experience out of everybody right now in the field.
That's what it sounds like.
Because I think them losing to any one of these teams right now in the AFC, not getting to the Super Bowl, is someone has to get fired. Because this was it, and who knows, the Chiefs could just have been a fluke here for Kansas City, and they're back next year. And then maybe Cincinnati puts together a healthy season for Joe Burrow. He's healthy all year, and they are winning games. They're back in it. And then the Ravens figure it out, and they're back. And it's Bill's well, now it's even harder because those 3 are in it, and last year was our best chance. I just wanted to throw it out there before we get there. This is I'm looking at it this is it. I think I picked them in the Super Bowl this year. This is it.
You did, yeah.
I was
no, this is it. You're right. The only this is that's my point. I don't really see a real threat for the Bills when we get the best Josh Allen version, which was what we got on Sunday against the Bengals, right? 22 for 28, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was perfect. He played
that
the
run in the snow, man.
Josh Allen. And the runs in the snow, man, they're going to play in these games in the snow. And the fact that he can have that stat line and play that well in the snow because of how big his arm is why there's such a threat. There's not a single other quarterback in the AFC outside of Patrick that I trust to do what Josh Allen does in the snow. And
to lead a team, like that for sure.
If the Bills are the 7 seed or the 6 seed, you're going to be playing on the road. In January, December football, February, whatever, you have to be able to run the football. And the Bills can do that with James Cook and Josh Allen.
Hell yeah.
The other teams in the AFC really can't. Like, the Patriots can't.
I mean, they've had some bright spots. Like, you've seen Travion have crazy games, but, like, they're starting to go back to the 50-50 split again, and I don't think that's a good idea. I think they need to give him a lot more. But, yeah, they haven't had a lot of big rushing games, but I will say, like, there was times, a couple games for sure, where they did well. But those are probably against bad rush defenses.
They're like 21st in rushing. And they rank fourth. They rank fourth in total attempts. So they want to run the ball, but they just can't do it at an efficient level, is my point. So and if you look at the rest of the AFC, barring some miracle run where an 8-9 Cincinnati Bengals gets in, I don't really see a threat for the Bills. If they lose to anybody, it's a disaster. The only MVP, if the Steelers win that division, the only other MVP that's going to be in the postseason is Aaron Rodgers, and that was a decade ago. And I don't trust the Steelers despite what they did.
They can't run the ball a lot here and there, but
I don't trust the Steelers despite what they did against the Ravens. No. By the way, that was Rodgers' best game in a long time. He was slinging that thing down the field. And I don't know what
bucket to DK. Oh my goodness!
Dude, like nasty. Get that version. The problem is that you're not going to get that version 3 straight games. You know what I mean?
No. They have a good backfield, but it's not James Cook and Josh Allen. Like, it's just not.
No. And the Broncos, like RJ Harvey, again, the Broncos want to run the football. They just can't really do it consistently. Now RJ Harvey is getting the bulk of the loads, and he had like 100 all scrimmage yards, not just rushing and receiving. He had like 100 all-purpose yards. So maybe that's the formula for them to turn into a good rushing team, but I don't believe in them. The Chargers, if O'Marion gets healthy and he looks like he did yesterday, occasionally.
Your guys 1-2 punch is scary for sure.
Yeah, Vidal and O'Marion's very scary.
The line is problems. That's the problem.
Yeah,
it's the Bills' year. It should be in the AFC.
It really feels like it is. Yeah.
This is it for them. Their best chance.
It's hard to say. Like, it's hard to say another team. Like, there just isn't.
Their only threat, in my opinion, would be whoever comes out of the NFC bloodbath.
Well, that's I was gonna say, transitioning to Bears-Packers and that mess. You look at the NFC, it's loaded, and I know that Chicago lost this game, but like
if you're had a shot to beat them, man.
Look, outside of that one throw from Caleb that was intercepted, if you're a Bears fan, you gotta feel real happy because Bears-Packers finally matters again. These games are going to be.
It was fun to see that rivalry actually matter.
15 years ago, it was the last time it mattered, pretty much.
Like this for the last decade and a half, 20 years, whatever. This whole thing has just been Favre and Aaron Rodgers saying "I own you," and doing the belt dance and discount double checking on him, and even if Caleb has not reached his full potential and he had a bad game. The Bears are really good defensively, good enough, and they can run the hell out of the football, and that wins in the playoffs. So am I going to
talk about a 1-2 punch, man? Sheesh, Swift and Manungai.
Oh, dude, Manungai is saving one of my fantasy seasons right now. He is so good.
He's killing it. Yeah.
If you want to look at the NFC playoff picture, that's kind of like a holistic conversation. Obviously,
like I think Jared said, that's a mess.
The Rams are the clear favorite. The problem is if the Rams drop one game, they're gonna drop to like the 5 seed. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, bro. We lost to the Panthers went to the 7 seed, Bears 1st seed, then we switched because we beat the Cardinals and they lost and back up to the 1st. Like, it's wild. It's just way too close and next week's game is gonna be huge. It's gonna be everything. Thursday night against the Seahawks. That's going to be one of the best games of that week for sure. In Seattle, 12th man, it's going to be electric.
Can the California boys handle that cold?
We handled them in SoFi in our warm LA environment and everything, so it's gonna be different for sure. They're gonna come out firing, and yeah, that's gonna be one that's gonna decide a whole lot in the NFC.
Yeah. It is crazy that I think the two best teams in the NFC are in the West, right?
NFC
You have
West.
the Rams and you have the Seahawks. And then after that, I would probably do like a tier break. And then I would go like Packers, Niners, Bears, Lions, kind of in that group.
Yeah.
I don't believe in the Eagles, and I know that they're my Bakerneers, but they have not played good football in like a month and a half, and I think Baker is playing hurt. Now they have a chance to kind of get back in control of that division. They play Thursday night against the Falcons, who are eliminated from postseason contention. So ideally, Baker can get back on a roll there. The problem is,
Might have Mike Evans back.
yeah, they
That's a
might.
possibility.
If you have the whole receiving core and everybody
He'll probably be
healthy,
limited though.
yeah, for sure. But Egbuka, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, I mean, that's a really, really freaking good receiving core. You just need Baker to play better, and I think he's playing hurt. But
You want to talk about a fall off, man?
yeah, it's
It's
disappointing to say
crazy.
the least.
The start of the season, compared to now where we're at. Ibuka as well. I mean, Ibuka was going crazy at the start of the season, and it just like dropped off for everyone in fantasy that was just loving life with that.
Dude, I traded. I can't. You guys remember the trade I pulled off? I pulled off Egbuka and Javonte Williams for just straight up for Jahmyr Gibbs because Egbuka was going crazy, and I pulled it off. And I don't know, and I might win a league championship now because I have Gibbs. So, shout out.
Smart.
It is crazy though that the Lions might not even get in. The Lions are outside right now.
Yeah.
And
that's how crazy the NFC is, though. Yeah, it's so different compared to the AFC. Like, it's night and day. It's wild.
The other thing is, man, if the Eagles keep losing and that supernatural funk happens, the Cowboys could get in and win that division.
Possible.
Then that stupid streak of like
really good games.
There'd be that stupid streak of no repeat champion in the East continues. I picked the Eagles, man. But here's the thing where I'm confident is they have Vegas and then Washington twice. Their only hard game is going to be against the Bills.
Yep. They're going to lose that game against the Bills.
They're going to lose that game.
So,
yeah, but they should win 3 or 4 to end the season. They should.
But yeah, they should get.
They better not lose to Vegas next week, because if they do,
tough game.
I think realistically they're going to go 2-2. They're going to drop one of those Washington games. That's
what I was thinking. Yeah.
Preview for weeks from now. Upset alert, by the way. Like, I'm going to be picking that 100%. As long as Jaden is playing, I'll pick that. And even then, Mariota.
I was going to say, you're not scared of Mariota still? You're still not scared of Mariota, right?
No, Zach Ertz is tough.
Oh, yeah.
That was brutal to watch.
Yeah, he's like going to be out all next year, too, I think, because it's late in the season.
He's old, too, man. I don't know. He might think about retiring. Who knows?
Yeah. All right. Any other games?
That was rough to watch, though, man.
Any other games or teams?
No, I do want to do our upset alert. You guys want to click that same link I sent? It's in our chat. You're just gonna have to switch over from week 14 to week 15 to get the correct things. As far as our upset alert picks, I remember we all picked primetime matchups. Who picked Dallas to beat Detroit? Because that didn't hit. Was that me, or did I go Houston over Kansas City? Who went Houston over Kansas City? Who picked what?
Whoever did was a genius. It wasn't me. Must have been Rye.
I think I picked Chargers Eagles.
I think I had Dallas.
I had Chargers over Eagles.
Back in the W column, boys. Let's go. Come on now. All right. Week 15. You guys see the lines. Odds are from DraftKings, in case anybody is wondering. Going through the lines here, Atlanta, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is favored by 4.5. Keep in mind this is Tuesday evening, so these lines are subject to change. Each week during this segment, we give you a upset alert. We pick someone who is not favored to potentially, win, and we don't necessarily put our money where our mouth is or anything, but let's see here. A couple ones I'm liking. I could go, let me see. I could go Cincinnati over Baltimore. I'm looking at that one. Baltimore's favored by 2.5. I could go Chargers over Chiefs.
Yeah, I was definitely looking at that one, Cincy.
Chiefs are favored by 4.5. Buffalo is road favorites in New England. That's only 1.5. Basically a pick 'em. Basically,
yeah, that line. Yeah.
If you want to be cheesy, we like to live life on the edge here.
Packers against you guys in Denver. Oof.
Full transparency, we're losing that game. We're losing the Packers. Damn. We're due for a loss. We've won 10, 11 straight games or whatever. We're due for a loss. 10 straight
At
games.
At home, though, man?
Yeah.
They're a cold weather team, too. So, yeah, that doesn't make it. Yeah.
Man, I don't
you dare say. Don't say the
Lions. Dude, I mean.
No, it's possible for sure.
Lions.
I mean, Jared Goff coming back to LA, but Matthew Stafford at the same time playing Detroit. Like, that's kind of a toss-up.
There's one sneaky one. Phillip Rivers going into Seattle.
Hell no.
Imagine, dude.
Bro, I have the Seattle defense, and I'm really hoping they continue to just dominate. Like, I need that.
You got one?
Jeez.
There's a lot of tough ones this week, I feel like.
Definitely not the Dolphins over the Steelers.
I don't know. That one...
There are some tough ones.
But then again, that's in Pittsburgh. If it was in Miami, I'd probably take... If it was in Miami, I would have probably maybe taken Miami, but...
Dude, Miami's kind of secretly on a roll.
I know.
They have the same records.
But they've beaten a bunch of bad teams. About it. They've beaten, I know they have the Bills in there.
6 and 7?
They've beaten the freaking Bills, but, other than that, their wins are against Commanders in overtime in Madrid, the Saints.
I had to.
And the Jets. Why are you guys doing that? 8-9 is the new thing now.
Oh, yeah. I saw the Grinch video.
Yeah,
You go
8-9.
Yeah,
what? Stop.
I saw that.
That's great.
I saw that.
Wait,
dude,
what was that?
Grinch is everywhere right now on my, every video I see.
Yeah, he's huge now with the holidays and everything, yeah.
Okay.
I keep getting the Universal Studios, videos of the Grinch.
Did you not?
Yeah, that's me too.
Do you know the clip we're talking about, Tyler, or no?
I don't know.
So this kid came up to a guy dressed as Grinch in a mall and whatnot, and he just goes 6'7", and Grinch immediately goes 8'9", and the kid's like, no,
He's like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, I can.
That's not right.
Yeah, I think it's at Universal Studios. It's one of those Universal Studios videos.
Oh yeah, okay. That's what I've been seeing a lot of. Yeah.
Okay. You guys make your picks so I can do mine.
Dude, oh my God. It is tough this week. Just looking at these, man.
Fine. I'll
do Saints over Panthers. The Saints just beat the Bucks.
I don't know why Baltimore is favored in this, to be honest. I think I'm going to go Cincy.
Okay.
At home.
I love that. That is one that was on the short list for me.
Yeah, same. Yeah. Just looking at most of these games, that one stands out the most, I feel like.
God. I have to pick something. Oh my God. Screw it. Give me my team.
Take the Chargers.
Yeah, I'll do it. I want.
Why not?
I want to eliminate them so bad. I want to eliminate the Chiefs so bad.
Do it.
It worked. It worked. It's worked a couple times. And I picked
against
the Chiefs
in,
too, and it worked.
Brazil? Is that where it was?
We beat them in Brazil week 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see here. So I liked both of your picks a lot.
You're picking the Dolphins over the Steelers, aren't you?
Probably.
I can't.
There's not a whole lot of other ones to choose.
All right, I was because that was the one I was really, really thinking of, because I didn't want to just. I didn't want to do
He
Bills.
doesn't like his
Patriots.
team, so I really don't see a whole lot of other ones. Like,
Don't trust either of those teams.
Pick 'em.
And I honestly, in all actuality, I pray to God this doesn't happen. TJ Watt might end to his career. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't trust. I just don't trust them. So, okay. Let's see. I can't go Arizona over Houston. Too big of a line. I think Arizona's season's over. That defense is going to terrify them. But emotional wins. Emotional wins. Emotional wins are a thing. Where are the Browns playing this week?
Bears.
Shador coming off a heater.
They're playing the Bears.
Chicago. Yep, I'm not
Chicago
doing that.
needs that game.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Let's see. I picked the Browns a couple times.
Lions Rams is your only realistic choice, Ryan.
That's pretty much the only one.
If not, go your team over Green Bay. If those are your only two options.
That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't want to go his team. Titans to get their first or what, second win?
Second win.
Yeah, I doubt that at San Fran. No way. Dude, there's not a lot. Like, this week is rough.
Dude, there's so many huge freaking lines and blowouts, man. Mm-hmm. I could pick 7 games right now to cover.
May not be a fun. Yeah, it may not be a fun.
Do Raiders over Eagles. Games. You won't do Raiders over Eagles right now.
A lot of blowouts.
That's very tempting.
Just to go with the Jalen Hurts slander. Just keep it going.
The Fire Sirianni agenda that Ryan wants so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're going to be so back, baby. Just wait. That supernatural funk is here. You know what? Give me... I'll do the Saints over the Panthers.
Okay.
Divisional matchup. I think that... look, I'm not confident in the pick, but...
No, I like that. I like that. Chug is started to get going a little.
I'm not super confident in it, but they did just beat the Bucks, and I think that, yeah, I'll go with it. They're starting to roll, and Tyler Shuck's actually doing pretty good. So,
bro, what just happened?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's like not showing. What did I do?
This technical difficulty is brought to you by nothing because we are not sponsored.
I didn't even click anything. That was weird. And it didn't show Jared there for a second. I thought he was gone.
Oh, dude, it was the cows, man. They're back.
Yeah, the
cows are back. They're messing with your stuff. They're chewing on your cord. I don't know.
The cows. Tyler's cow.
Okay. I know that we're limited on time, Jared. You guys want to talk about Edwin Díaz to the Dodgers.
Let's just
congratulations. My big signing for the Giants so far is nobody. Woo!
Maybe sometimes the best moves are the ones you don't make. But also making some big moves is pretty nice too. So I'm not gonna lie. I almost woke up late for work. You know, I usually look at my phone to see because I have like F ton of notifications. So I'm just like, I just see one that says with Schwarber and Díaz now off the board. I'm like, wait, what? They signed? Okay, let me see who they signed with. First, I see Schwarber back to Philly, and I went, okay, makes sense.
Shocker. Not surprising.
Makes sense. Yeah. They had to get that one done. And then I see the Díaz one, and before I scroll down, I'm like, it's just Edwin Díaz too, and I'm like, did he not go back to the Mets? And then I just see the D, and I went, oh my God. So, shocker, the Dodgers went out and got a closer to address the one weakness they had last year. And yeah.
Not surprising. I'm glad they went for the highest level, best available closer and didn't settle.
Yeah. Obviously, Robert Suarez was out there too, so he wouldn't have been a bad choice either. He would have been the cheaper option.
He hates us,
though. Yeah. But here's now the big question is now with the Mets.
That's what made it really interesting just the fact that, like, you get Devin Williams to replace Díaz, but yet the deals weren't that far off. You could have paid like $8 million more or something to keep Diaz. Instead, you go with Devin Williams. I get it. Devin Williams is really good too. He's younger. Makes a little sense, but like you could have just kept Diaz. It's interesting to me.
So this is what I like, just for the fans, like.
Yeah.
Edwin Díaz sells tickets, man, with trumpets and like just. He just
Dude,
seems so integral.
Rocking Dodger Stadium. Oh my goodness.
He seems so integral to that franchise and that fan base. It's just.
Yeah.
It's like.
I mean, he was there for how many years?
About
pay up,
six. 2019 was his first
like
year
6,
there.
7 years.
So this is what I read, was that him not getting a heads up that they were signing Devin Williams did not sit right with him. And you should know players, when they get certain players in their same position and they're not told ahead of time,
especially a high caliber closer like that, he knows like what he's worth and everything. Yeah, for sure. I totally get why he would be ticked off.
Another reason he chose, or a reason he did choose the Dodgers as well, it's not because they're one of the best organizations and they're winning, obviously. His brother,
because they paid him the most money in history for a reliever.
For now, that'll get broken soon, probably
it's
in
kind
the
of
next few
simple
years.
as that, I think.
Yeah. But his brother, we got from the Reds last year, and we had him for a little bit before we sent him on his way, and he went to the Braves, I believe. He told his brother, it is exactly as they say here, like all the great things they say about this organization, like from like the top to the bottom, they take care of their players, the player development, whatnot. So that's a reason. Money's obviously also a thing. So is winning and all. And who knows? Maybe he wanted to leave New York because he didn't see, a path for them to get to the World Series as close as we thought they were.
They don't have an amazing roster.
No, because as you saw, 24 started bad and then ended going to the NLCS. And of course, got eliminated by the Dodgers, but it was like a quick turnaround.
Spent all that money
miracle
to get Soto.
Yeah, and then they had that collapse at the end of the season and missed the playoffs, and it's like, you just lost your closer, which is going to be a ton of wins lost now, unless Devin Williams turns back into Brewers Devin Williams. But with Diaz,
Helsley away.
Oh yeah, Helsley's gone, but he wasn't that great either.
I mean, he was a rental. Yeah.
It's like, unless Devin Williams
also the Soto contract looks pretty bad right now, right?
Yeah, I've heard
it does not look good.
I've heard some rumors
that it's only been a year.
Yeah,
it's only been a year, but
I read something too that it was like Lindor and Soto, or I think there's tension. I don't believe that, but if there is, you know what happens when superstars have tension? You have to move on from one of them. And the problem is, Soto, you're not going to be able to move on from that. So it would have to be bye-bye Lindor.
You can't do it. You can't do Lindor with the fans, bro.
Yeah.
Fans love Frankie
he's
Lindor.
Literally their captain. So literally the Mets offseason has been trading Brandon Nimmo away to the Rangers. Now losing Diaz. Pete Alonso... So
still on the block.
And the Red Sox and Orioles are in on him. And here's the thing. Schwarber just got 5 years. 150 for a DH. I mean,
crazy.
Most obvious Red Sox, by the way.
Yeah. Literally, he's going to want something in that range, probably 5 years. And if the Mets aren't willing to go more than 3, Boston and Baltimore are going to swoop in. And I think he ends up with the Red Sox.
Yeah,
I just think he does.
Sense.
Because I don't think the Yankees are getting him, because they're going to have to make a decision on whether they want Tucker or Bellinger. I think Bellinger's the obvious, cheaper choice.
Yeah, they'll probably retain him.
With Bregman, I heard there's no interest with the Tigers, almost there's little. So, I mean, he could just go back to the Red Sox. Who knows? I don't know. He wants a long term.
If they get Pete Alonso, I'm sure he probably does go back.
We'll see.
For a cheaper deal.
Speaking of Red Sox, I don't know if you've seen, Tyler. The Diamondbacks are looking to move Ketel Marte, and it's been between Boston and Toronto, But Boston looks like the favorite because they have more major league ready pitchers in their farm system. So Cattell can move over there and be second base, whatnot. And then you just have to worry about, first and third. I mean, I know you have Casas, who's coming off that, I believe it was Achilles or ACL, but they've been trying to move him. And if Alonso comes in, then Casas is expendable, and he's going to get traded. Then you just have the question of third base is, okay, are you going to bring Bregman back to play third, or is it going to be time to have Marcelo Meyer be because we have Roman Anthony now up. We'll see Christian Campbell again, obviously.
They had a lot of young guys start to really get going at the end of the season.
Yeah, well, Roman Anthony and Marcelo Meyer were like, they're big two that they got a few years ago in the draft. So it's like, those are the two they're banking on. Story's still there, obviously.
Christian Campbell's really good too, though.
Yeah, he did get sent back down, but I think we will see him again. And then now the question becomes, where does Bo Bichette go? Does he go back to Toronto?
Yes.
Probably.
Or does he go elsewhere?
You don't make the World Series and have him come back and do so well like that and not bring him back. I mean, you got to keep that intact. You got to keep that lineup intact and everything as much as you can.
Well, that's going to be a big question because I believe today or it's tomorrow is the last day of the winter meetings. And usually, like I said, we have, big news happen. I did get a pass and notification.
There's been a lot of activity, really.
I did get a pass and notification just now. Not a big move, but the Kyle Finnegan is returning to the Tigers. So that's where he got traded.
Smart move by them.
He was decent, so it's not a huge move, but
he was good with the Nationals. Yeah.
With Diaz off the market, I now see, Suarez is now the best available reliever on the market. He's not going to get as much as Diaz got because he's like 34, 35. But I would assume a 3-year deal is on the table from what I saw. The Braves, Blue Jays, and somebody else are heavily in on him. Probably the Mets too now, I would assume, if they want to replace him with Diaz. But
Didn't the Braves keep Razel though too?
I don't remember unless they waived him. I don't remember.
Oh, maybe. I thought they did.
But Suarez to the Braves, I think, would kind of make sense to me. It'd make sense.
Yeah.
The starting pitching market has not really seen a lot of movement aside from Dylan Cease.
Some small names.
Yeah, you still got Framber Valdez, Ranger Suarez, Tatsuya Imai. Like, those guys, they're going to sign soon. I know some have met.
Yeah, you got a couple Japanese pitchers and
players. We got Murakami, the big third baseman still. Don't know where he's going to end up, really. But we're going to see because the winter meetings are coming to a close here. But we did get some big moves as I expected. But I would probably assume, if not before Christmas, definitely going into the new year, we will get a lot of movement. And, of course, January, teams are going to want to sign before spring training. So January is going to be the month of signings because it'll be after Christmas. But we might get a surprise one right before Christmas. Who knows? We have before. Some other baseball news. We did get some more players joining Team USA for the WBC. Will Smith, the second catcher on the team. Cal Raleigh and Will Smith, arguably the two best catchers in baseball right now. That's on great. Team USA. Brice Turang is going to be the second baseman. Gunnar Henderson, as a lot of people predicted, joins. I had the graphic here. I'm going to pull up the lineup. All we're missing is a first baseman, I believe. I believe that's what we're missing right now, which could be Pete Alonso or...
Why wouldn't Pete Alonso? Yeah.
Jaron Duran, joined Team Mexico. He was on it last year. Ellie De La Cruz for the DR. Ellie De La Cruz for the Dominican Republic. Randy Rosarena on Team Mexico.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kyle Schwarber for Team USA. That's.
Oh, yeah, Schwarber. I forgot about that.
Junior Caminero on the Dominican Republic.
They're gonna be good.
Yeah. Obviously, the DR didn't get out of the group play because Venezuela and Puerto Rico were like hotter than a blue star, but I think the DR punches back this year. They're going to be a monster. Same with Japan. Don't sleep on Mexico. And of course, obviously, I know I just said DR's going to be back, but Venezuela and Puerto Rico are going to be tough outs. And yeah, Team USA, this is.
I think that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have a contender.
Oh, this guy has a little. Okay.
Okay. So your options. You said Pete Alonso. Okay, if you want to be boring, sure. If you want, Matt Olson or Bryce Harper, you want to be boring, bring in Nick Kurtz.
Oh, bro.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be awesome.
Let's do it, man.
That guy's gonna go crazy next year, bro.
I'm just saying, dude. That'd be fire. You bring in.
A's have a really good young core, man. If they can just,
they're gonna be good, man.
Put it together, they're gonna be good.
They're gonna move, get a real fan base in Vegas.
Yeah.
They're gonna be fun.
No, I gotta go to a game before they're gone. Shoot.
All right. Let me see, because I think they showed the kind of like outfield look, or at least, yeah. So right now, the initial roster in right field, you have the captain, Aaron Judge. In center field, you have Pete Crow Armstrong. In left, you have Corbin Carroll. At third, you've got Gunnar. Shortstop, you got Bobby Witt. Second base, Brice Turang. Starting pitcher, Paul Skeens. Catcher.
Dude, we're so.
Catcher, Cal Raleigh.
Bro.
Backup catcher, Will Smith. Kyle Schwarber as the DH. All you're missing is first base right now, and then you can fill out the bench.
Stacked.
As your first baseman, I'm telling you, look, you can be boring. We can get Bryce Harper. We can be boring, but you want to have some fun. Let's get Kurtz, dude.
Yeah, Brice Harper couldn't play in the WBC the last time because that was when he had the elbow surgery.
Oh yeah.
So he could play as like this time, because I think DeRosa, he invited him to like just be like, hey, I know you can't play, but you can come and like be a part of it. But Brice didn't want to not be able to play and be there. So
I love Ryan's pick. I like
Nick Kurtz is.
Really cool.
We'll find out soon.
It's going to be Bryce Harper.
Probably.
It's probably going to be Bryce Harper or Matt Olson or something, or something like that. But I mean, I want to go with the new hotness, the young guy. That's what I want.
At least put him on the bench.
Yeah, man. I mean, load up that bench, man. Bring in Tyler Strothersom.
Hey, bro, they have multiple players that, like, stacked. For real, they're stacked.
And the only other...
All right, fine. I'm picking the A's to win it all next year, guys. You convinced me.
Oh, my gosh.
They just need pitching. That's really...
No way. No way the Dodgers three-peat, right? I mean, come on.
They're pretty crazy.
There's only one team I want to three-peat against that it's like, it'd just be a cherry on top, boom, perfect, and that is Houston. But
heck yeah.
Before we even get to that, I'm excited for the WBC. It's gonna be fun. Team USA, we're so stacked this year. The lineup was stacked last year.
Might actually pay attention.
But the pitching just wasn't. The pitching for Team USA was not great last year. So this year,
who else do we have besides Skeens?
I think it's just Skeens right now. Because, starters, they want to see how they look in camp. And plus some teams, they want to, like, make sure, hey, I don't want you to risk that. Look what happened to Edwin Díaz, as we just mentioned.
True.
Last time, they won, celebrated, and he had that leg injury. And he missed, I think, the entire season. I mean, hopefully it doesn't happen again for our sake, Tyler, but,
So we probably won't see someone like Crochet.
I mean, I don't think that you'll see Scooball.
No, because he's in a contract year, and if he might get traded, there's news.
Too much wear and tear. I Maybe you could see like Max Fried or like.
Oh yeah.
I thought I saw something
maybe
about
Logan
Freed.
Maybe I think Logan Webb would be a real possibility.
Yeah.
I'd like Logan
as,
Webb.
like,
That'd
the
be a good
number
one.
2 or something.
Mm-hmm.
You could maybe
Tyler Glass now.
Sonny
Nah, he's too
Gray
injury
or
prone.
something.
That's
I don't
scary.
know. Like I'm trying to think of like Sonny
Sonny
Gray or
Gray. Yeah.
is Framer.
He's like Dominican, I think.
I was gonna say like I don't know, Garrett Crochet or something.
Yeah.
I'm like looking up like
That's what I'm saying. I was like,
potential-
would we see someone like Crochet? I don't know, because he's so like high caliber, and the Boston may not like that at all.
So some news from the winter meetings. The Orioles have been in contact with the Nats regarding Mackenzie Gore. Little fun
that's
fact.
someone we could see.
Fun fact, they've not completed a trade with each other since the Nats moved to DC. So before, when they were the Expos, and then they became the Nationals. So other news here.
I could see Gore being on the WBC roster.
Orioles are in a lot of trade talks right now. They're in talks with the Marlins for Edward Cabrera. Let's see. The Rays, second baseman Brandon Lau's in a lot of trade talk. I don't know what teams.
The Orioles have made a lot of moves already, and they're still
they want to say last year was just a down season.
Mm-hmm.
Like we messed up last offseason, not really addressing anything. So we're trying to fix that. So I mean, I respect it. Let's see. I'm trying to. The Angels did acquire the former Braves top prospect from the Red Sox, Vaughn Grissom.
Oh, Vaughn Grissom.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Don't know how he's gonna do. He didn't really get a lot of playing time in Boston, but I thought I saw something regarding Fried in the WBC, but I guess I didn't because I'm going through my notifications and whatnot. But I guess not.
Do you hear my? What about Joe Ryan?
Joe Ryan would be a good one. Yeah, underrated.
That's a good one.
Very underrated.
No, that. I think so too. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's.
They added Boyd in the rotation. I saw that.
Oh, okay.
Over Team USA.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
He's
not
good.
He's been
Good.
he was decent with the Cubs this year. Great first
All
half.
right. Yeah.
He was really good for my fantasy team.
Bad at the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, here's a tweet, Ryan. You might have some optimism. The Giants are active on multiple free agent starters.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is it's a lot of window shopping,
That's how it always is. Yeah, that's fair.
Like you remember before we got Ohtani, it was always like the Dodgers are interested, and we're like, of course we are. Then make the move.
Yeah. Actually, do it.
Dude, like 2019, 2020 offseason was rough.
Horrible. Yeah.
Like, ugh. It was just like, we just get like one reliever and like that was it. Like,
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think we can end it there. Because I do got to get to a movie. But this was a solid episode,
What are you going to see?
Jujutsu Kaisen. I went and saw the sub with my buddy. I'm going to go see the dub with my other buddy. We were all going to go see the sub together, but my buddy got sick. So I said, okay, we'll go see the dub together. I'll go see the sub with my other buddy. And then, so it's like at 9:35, whatever. If I miss commercials, oh well. Don't care. But anyway.
It'll be good.
Anyway, yeah, we can end it there. Solid episode. Happy all of our teams won. If you're in any fantasy playoffs, boys, good luck.
I got so I didn't make it in ours because you beat me this week.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Shout out Lamar Jackson for completely screwing my entire fantasy season, by the way.
I honestly, I think you should blame those 5 taunts you sent to me, because, dude, when Saquon scored, I was like, I won.
You taunted him 5 times?
Yeah, he taunted me 5 times.
I send all my taunts all the time. I send all of them.
And then I just went, like, right as Saquon did, I just went.
Yeah. But on a positive note, in my 2 leagues that are for money, I am the number 1 seed in both of them.
Okay.
Wow. I have a first round bye this week.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, right.
So
no sweat.
So I'm sure my team will go off this week when I'm playing nobody, and next
Dude,
week they will completely shit the bed. So it's
I
gonna be
had
great.
that happen 2 years ago. That's the worst.
Can't wait.
Yeah, the one money league. Well, there's 2 money leagues I'm in. I am the 3rd in one of them, so that's nice. Hopefully, I'll be good. Have a pretty solid team in that one. And then the other money league, I just missed the playoffs because these last 2 weeks just didn't go my way.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels getting hurt was rough.
I'm hoping for a good payday in a couple weeks. That's all I'm gonna say.
With mine, the one my family from Arizona, I just missed out because my running backs are all dead. Amar and Hampton was out for like ever, and then J.K. Dobbins died on me, so I just missed it because there's 8 teams that get in, and I finished 10th of 12th, and last week I was the 8th, and I got crushed.
The league has 8 people get in the playoffs.
That's crazy.
I don't know, but it's 12 people in the league, so it's rough, and I get screwed over because the running backs I get always die on me in that league, almost every league, but you know, this one is like they literally died on me, as usual.
Dude, I got lucky as heck when JK got hurt. I got RJ Harvey, I think like the week before that or something, as a handcuff just in case, something like that. I did some crazy but I got him, and it's been nice.
All right. Well, we will end it there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the podcast this holiday season that jingles your bells and decks your halls. Ryan, Tyler, Jared, we will see you guys in the next one.